What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch Season 4, Episode 3 of Mr. Robot. Oh my, how many episodes do we have left? Like 11? We got 11 episodes left? I don't want this to end, man. This show is so good. I can't remember if I've spoken about it in my Mr. Robot reactions. I probably have. But, you know, I know that I rank each season as it ends, but I'm obsessed with rankings. A part of me... I don't know, like, obviously I want to watch the show, and obviously I want to rewatch the show because I love everything about it, but also a part of me just wants to finish it so that I can just rank it in terms of my all-time greatest shows, because it is going to end up pretty goddamn high, I will tell you what. There's obviously a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to talk a lot throughout the episode and a lot at the end, so I don't want to make the opening like 3 or 4 minutes, so I do want to hop straight into it. If you guys do like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By now, I am already completely done the 4th season of Mr. Robot, so if you're interested, go check that out. And finally, the most important thing, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. Let's get into Season 4, Episode 3.
IBM will pay to shareholders a cash dividend of 22 yuan.
Gonna say, looking a little older here.
他以为我们会付钱去用这种技术，是不是？
Director Zhang is quite taken by your generous offer.
Forward to a long and prosperous partnership.
I love the little cliche or quirk, which shows, you know, they have the interpreter sort of calm down the words.
和你单独在一起。
Oh my god, he is so rizzy. You know what? Hey, look, I thought I was straight, but let me tell you what, Zhang.
Director Zhang, for paving the way for IBM's first facility in Asia.
我期待有一天能偷走你们所。
Oh my god, what a snake.
爸，第一个想
So
要
at
的
this
人
point in time, does he still have this weird, quirky plan going on? Spooky! Or am I gonna learn the origin? And is this whole episode gonna be a flashback?
海洋，海底下还有很多没有被发现。
What a shot! What a beautiful room! Feels like, it's like a Better Call Saul Season 6 shot right there. Is this The Thing?
John Carpenter's.
I need to watch The Thing so bad. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be... Oh, Jesus. What is this representative of? Just a monster inside? Wolf in sheep's clothing? The Thing's probably one of my top 3 most anticipated movies to watch.
我知道，让我来处理这件事。
Is he gonna kill himself? Or I'm kind of scared here. Oh, well, look at that shot, dude. Oh my god. Fucking spiral loop thingy. Majiggy. Oh my god, dude. You got multiple... Well, I mean, obviously. I'm gonna go into theory. Everyone's got fucking multiple personalities and shit, or...
性感，但是我现在没有时间。
What's going on? Oh my god.
我一直想告诉你，
Yes. Anything.
但你是对的。
Yo! What is with these shots?
用力作为真正的自己。
You just said leave the lights off. Anything. Hold up. What the fuck's going on? Why I don't want to watch this. I want to... I don't know.
本是属于我母亲的。
Look at that. You don't look that approving. Or maybe apprehensive is more like the word. He might be getting ready to say the most rizzy thing of all time, though. I will be honest.
我是要说，
Oh, I look beautiful in this light.
你很漂亮。
Oh my god! Ah, just stop it. Turn around. I don't want to watch any of the rest of the show. I just want a White Rose love story that 100% doesn't end up terribly. Or like she's using him in any way. Oh, what a shot, dude.
Please have a Preston ready.
Is it time travel, virtual reality? Is it just to get the first guy back? Freddie Lomax.
Cartoon character you call a lawyer who committed suicide? The person he met with escaped after compromising Grand Central's surveillance system.
It was obviously Elliot.
We've been waiting for Elliot Alderson's next move, and this could be it. And the fact
Let it simmer. I want to see how it plays out.
abrupt resignation request? Well,
Wang Shu, right? I don't want to look stupid. It is Wang Shu, right?
thing as a coincidence.
Dude, Wang Shu's cooking.
Refuse Price's demands and keep on digging. Additionally, keep constant surveillance on Elliot Alderson.
We will figure this out, Minister Zhang. It will just require some patience.
I've really been thinking, you know what I mean, just about the cinematography of this show. I think that Mr. Robot, in no order, Mr. Robot, The Bear, and Better Call Saul, I think they're my top 3 cinematography-wise of any shows I've ever watched. I don't know if I have a favorite. I think that Better Call Saul is the most creative of the bunch. I think that Mr. Robot is the sort of quirkiest, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I said Better Call Saul is more creative, but Mr. Robot feels more experimental. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that's, some people are going, that's the same fucking thing. Oh, I'm sorry. And then The Bear is the most, like, consistently, like, oh my god.
是想开个玩笑，让你高兴一下。
我做不到，
Looking dapper.
强迫我娶那个女人，但是我永远不会爱她。我爱你。
We'll fake it.
只不过是一个小
Dude, we'll kill her in a couple months. It's fine.
它不会改变我们之上的感情。
我不知道我这样还能坚持多久。我什么时候才能离开这个悲惨国家？
这件事以后再说。
I don't know. I'm scared. Are they using each other? Do they actually... Like, I think they love each other, but I don't know.
怎么会这样？是你努力得来的职位，先交易你为政党尽的权利。
没错，这个常委会留下了一直是他们给了我一个我无法拒绝的机会。全部长，我知道这只是一个小
Slight adjustment. Yes, that's a big adjustment.
这个机会可以让我在北京有更大的影响。
这里没有我要过的生活，我现在被困在这个镜子。
慢慢来，慢慢来。希望你耐心一点。
耐心一点。到现在，你应该知道，如果有人叫你耐心一点，就是叫你放弃。
Oh my god. Oh, what is he about to do in present day? He's about to go for a gut punch.
我保证，为了我们，我会找到方法，让这个事件。
I think you were too late, Jean. White Rose. Like Elliot, like when Elliot is in Mr. Robot sort of mode shown to me, I don't call him Elliot, I call him Mr. Robot. That's the same with Zhang, you know, when he is dressed in the sort of ambassador, is that a word? I call him Zhang, but anywhere else I call her White Rose.
给我一点时间。
I'm scared that he is going to kill himself. Obviously, he's not around in present day. Dude! You just gonna rip it? You gonna straight rip it right now? Through the... Neck? Wrists? God damn! What a what a shot! This show, man! This goddamn show!
No.
Minister Chang, Did you say something?
Yeah, I fucking yelled it at you.
Give Philip Price what he wants.
I'm sorry?
Let them
Let
cook.
him know that we will arrange a Deus group.
I want to see what they're doing at. I'll fuck them over right with their confident ass.
If there's one way to disrupt a man's plans, it is to destabilize his time. Indeed, planning something together. We will not wait for them to make a mistake.
You'll force them into making one.
Tomorrow's Christmas Day. There's no way we'll be able to get the Deus group.
Motherfucker, I'm in charge!
Ship my project to the Congo for the last 302
I tell them when to do shit.
disrupt that will no longer be tolerated. I have officially run out of patience.
You run out of time?
Rash behavior will only come back.
Bit!
When Price resigns, you will have no CEO at E Corp.
Wellick,
I'm sorry?
Get the kid.
call Mr. Wellick and offer him the CEO position.
Get that kid over his head.
You are speaking for White Rose. I have no doubt that he will accept.
He gonna fuck you over too. I hate to break this to you. I don't think it has to, but I would have to think that his kid is gonna have to come into play somehow. Either that or they find a fake kid and say, hey, put a knife against its throat. I got your kid. Listen to what I say. Just do what you did to Philip.
You can't go back to who you were before you heard that infamous click. The sound of cheating death.
Let me tell you what. I'm more of a fan of Rami Malek's, you know what I mean, narration, but something about Christian Slater's voice is so smooth.
At us with bullets fully loaded. Every time I try,
I don't think he's coming at you bullets loaded.
like he's flat out throwing me a forbidden error, denying me the chance.
The Windsor Florist.
But Vera's gonna find us sooner or later.
He already found us. I think we're already talking to him.
Oh, shit. Krista.
Come on, I want more, Chris.
I'm doing better. I'm finally talking to Mr. Robot just like you.
He sounds so fucking crazy.
Do you understand that?
I just want you to know that I'm finally making some real progress.
I don't feel safe around you.
Yeah, and I can't blame her for it.
Wasn't asking you to treat me again. Just wanted to say thank you for helping me.
So I was gonna say, and obviously, Mr. Robot is a show that I don't want spoilers on at all. So when I talk to my friend about Mr. Robot, I don't let him speak that much. I just try to talk. One of my things was I wanted there. You guys know since the beginning, I wanted there to be so much Krista in the show, and I'm sure that she's going to play a role in a minute. Uh-oh, is this Dark Army or
Olivia Cortez
Vera?
was Susan Jacobs' contact.
I'm saying
Use the Deus Group's only
I've always
account
wanted there,
managers.
and that AI shit too. It's got me thinking about virtual reality and stuff like that.
I don't see any Cyprus National Bank account.
Krista's going to play a huge role in the show. I would assume at least to have one more big scene. I wish she was in it much more from the very beginning, but I said to my friend, I said, you can't really have that because the key to Elliot's psyche is the main sort of mystery or you know what I mean? The big thing about the show, you can't blow that load right in the beginning. So you have to spread it out a little bit.
Now you're gonna stay here and get the self-service permissions.
No,
You're not my boss. You are not my boss.
You can spend your Christmas Eve here watching rats fuck. I'm gonna go out and do this B&E.
Will you talk some sense into her?
Yeah, dude.
It's not your run-of-the-mill break-in. This is a Deus Group contact.
Yeah, I get it, dude. It's dangerous.
Look, it's one of those things that, since the beginning, I've always wanted to believe that Darlene could do some shit. But she always kind of fucks up.
It's too
Risky, perilous, treacherous,
Come on, say another word.
hazardous to my health.
I think I've said this before. But Darlene, to me, for some reason, is one of the most iconic-looking characters in TV. Same with Mr. Robot.
Is this you or?
It's me.
Can't tell anymore. When is the third gonna pop up? Have I already seen the third? He's breaking at the seams.
No, it's not.
This zoom in on the AI stuff is AI safe? I don't know what psi means.
I should have never opened my door when you came back into town.
Sires. Blame her for fucking up your life? Your mental state? I think you were always fucked up. Darlene's presence just picked it back. Being watched? This goddamn music, man. Half the time it doesn't even classify as music, it's just weird sounds. Yep, I'm following. Yep, of course. Yep, the HC, the E-Corp system. Yep. You guys know. I've been here long enough. I can now successfully hack anything if I want.
There's nothing on Cyprus National Bank, but I've learned more than I want to know about this Evan dude she's on a date with. His name's Evan, for fuck's sake.
Oh, poor Evans. The Evans of the world.
Got our credentials, but without a security fob, we don't have shit.
Let's get the security fob.
We install a listener on her machine, wait for her to log in.
It's the holidays. She isn't logging in anytime soon. Even if she did, we'd only have 60
I mean,
seconds.
she's getting ready to. I mean, with information I know, correct? Come on. What's the password? Evan123? Are we gonna blackmail Evan or threaten Evan or?
The custody agreement says if she gets caught using again, she loses her
Jesus
kid.
Christ. Let's use it.
What do you want to do with that information exactly?
Blackmail her. Am I going dark mode?
Keep her here for a while, grab the fob, and then punch in the code.
There's no time for small talk.
Ready, owner.
You're not doing a good job of protecting him, Mr. Robot. Damn, you creepy motherfucker. Back up off me.
What are you talking about?
Because I'm gonna buy you a drink.
Oh, Rizzy. Mr. Robot's a little Rizzy.
This is a waste of time. We don't have.
Is he actually saying this? Okay.
Now, it's none of my business, but the guy's clearly a sack of shit to leave you alone on Christmas Eve.
Evan.
I'd like to apologize for those of us who have done you wrong by buying you a drink.
Hold up, dude. Christian Slater. Do I need to see Christian Slater back in his heyday?
Why not?
Hey. Wait, there we go.
You're up.
No, stay in the driver's seat, please. He cannot.
There you go, Juanito.
Oh my God! This is a special moment right here. What are you here for? You just want your territory back, or? I would assume not. I would assume this is gonna be a lot more. He's here for a very specific reason. I would assume.
Enjoyed by my dude Elliot.
Oh, bro.
Is it gonna be as simple as he wants revenge on Elliot? No, I don't know.
So you could be king of New York. And in order for our kingdom to be built, I need a brilliant architect. I know. Yeah, see, you totally get it. You just be selling yourself short.
All right, so are you just trying to recruit him? Blackmail
So
him?
here, bro. Like, I may not be no architect.
Yo, he's so drippy.
So let me just get my gun, put it to his head, and make him give you what the fuck you want. How many times I gotta explain it?
He'll own us if we do that.
I don't want Elliot to be my prisoner. A visionary
Oh
like
my
him
God,
don't
this
work
is
like that. I want him to be my partner.
Tyrell Part 2.
May be able to catch him around his hood sometimes, but for the most part, he riding solo.
I think I said something about this in season 2. Like,
For the most part.
I feel like Tyrell was, loved Mr. Robot. I thought that there was room for someone to love Elliot. And I feel like this is, not love isn't, I'm not immediately jumping to like a kissy kissy. But just like a worshiper.
Details, bro. Be specific. Was she crying? Was her nipples hard? Pop out of her forehead? Man, make the connection.
She looked distraught, broken, regretful, scared.
Tell me you at least took some fucking pics.
Yeah, man. Of course, I got you. Look. You see? She's pissed. So what? Look, bro, we're wasting our time with this.
Nah, man.
To get back here? I mean, shit, we might as well put it to good use, baby.
This is perfect.
Okay.
You got little, oh my, this fucking Varys right here. Got the little birdies on the street.
Tell me what you see.
Oh my god. Kid's got my hairline.
Sad because she's yelling. Like when my mom is mean to me. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Like him.
He wants to fix the relationship. So you're gonna try to fix the relationship? Or are you gonna... or are you gonna... Kid knows more than him.
Season, you don't.
Are you going to threaten her? Because, I don't know. Want to be a partner?
She hurt him. Not no superficial pain, neither. We talking stabbing your heart kind.
Yo, he's so fucking awesome. He's so awesome.
She girl. She knows something I gotta know.
Oh, you tell me if you put... You guys know how much I love the therapy scenes.
Want a little more detail-oriented.
You tell me you're gonna put the therapist with Vera with Elliot? Come on now, stop it. It's everything I've ever wanted in my life, needed in my life.
But not as close as my mom and me. She was amazing.
I don't know, Elliot, don't underestimate her.
I took it really hard. I kind of put my dad through a lot of shit after that.
It feels like fucking season 1. Not just with the shots, but it feels like Shayla. So, let's fuck? Right? That's how you usually... That's the next step, right? I don't know.
I'm addicted to morphine.
Same, my boy!
No, that's okay.
Dude, you put an attractive woman in front of him. He just wants to release everything about himself. That sounds weird.
Did someone hold you down and force you to do it?
Yeah. But I'm clean now.
Are you crazy or something?
You like that, don't you? I mean, look at me, look at me! Look at that smile. I mean, I would assume it's... Uh-oh. Look at that face.
From OkCupid.
Punch him.
I'm sorry, I have no idea who you are.
Oh!
Isn't this you?
Nah, I don't think so. Elliot, assert your dominance. Punch him in the face.
Look, it's getting late.
That's the cue. Elliot, that's the cue. Come on.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Elliot.
Come on, get up. Get your ass up. Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, get his ass up. It's all... Yo, what's going on? Look at the... Stop it. This shit turning me on. Not because of the kissing. Because of these cinematography shots. Oh my god. Look at these shots. Like... To me, that's what makes good cinematography, or like my not saying it's the qualifier to be good, but like cinematography doesn't become elite until it becomes unnecessary for me. If that makes any sense. And I know some people are gonna go, that doesn't. No, that's not true. Just for me.
Just looking for some aspirin.
Cringy.
It's not what you think.
I'm getting ready for the most incredible heart-to-heart.
Totally wrecked me. And I couldn't pull myself out of it.
Is this gonna help you grow a little bit, Elliot? Grow, I don't know.
Like my way out of that black hole.
Dude.
But it led me right into another one.
Dude. Props to people who can connect with people this fast and open up like this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The moment I tell you I'm crazy too.
Hold up, Elliot. I'm afraid she's just gonna fucking die.
I get it.
But Have we stumbled into a girlfriend?
I know what it's like.
I mean, we've got to fucking use her code and shit, so we might get her killed. We're logging in with her code. Is that a thing?
Yourself.
You just gonna hand it back over? Here, I took this.
I almost did it once. I promised a kid I'd taken to go see The Martian.
Of course.
You know you can't scare me.
Yo, why is this scene so goddamn beautiful? What's going on?
Letting people in doesn't have to hurt.
Well, now I'm just afraid that she's gonna be dead the next time we see her, and Elliot's gonna immediately spiral back. I got her killed.
Man's been following us since we got off the subway.
Okay.
Dark Army?
It's gotta be.
Gotta be Vera. Shit's gotta be Vera.
We've been off the radar for months. All of a sudden, White Rose takes interest in us again. What if she's trying to find out about our plan?
Of course, guys, come on now.
Let's show her we don't have one.
Oh my god, they're both... Oh, ominous rhythmic music. These guys are so unsuspicious.
That's it. We cannot go in there.
Fuck it, let's go in there.
What do we do?
I don't know, act normal. Go in there, close the door.
We had nothing to hide.
Call the popo.
Like I said before,
The Dexter music, what's going on?
type of person that doesn't ask, that just forces their way in.
Oh, Vera, please just be sitting there ominously. I want to talk to you. Oh, what's up, man?
Are you hearing me? The offer came directly from White Rose.
Why'd you break in? Oh, I thought you were kissing me.
This is exactly what we've been waiting for. We're on the inside. It's time to take them down.
Come on, Tyrell. I don't know. I don't want it to be Dark Army. I want it to be Vera. I love Vera. Not that I don't love White Rose. Jesus Christ. As Dark Army, I think. Okay, obviously another amazing episode. I took a minute because I have 4 things that I want to talk about, and sometimes I feel like with my Mr. Robot discussions, you know what? Not only should I have done this from the beginning of the show, but I also feel like I should do this with all my reactions. I should take a minute and just list what I want to talk about so I don't forget anything. Because sometimes in my Mr. Robot reactions, I feel like I forget to talk about stuff that I really wanted to talk about. I'll start off with, you know, I'll start off with Tyrell because I feel like it's the least major of the things I wanted to talk about. Kind of dumb. Tyrell, you're kind of dumb. You sprinting in my room, yelling that shit. Okay. I don't know, because that with the technology and shit, you know, I do believe that's Dark Army in the van. Although at this point, you know what I mean? It's so it's so crazy. Something I do want to mention. I find it so funny. This show, obviously, I feel like it's almost like a meme in my head. The whole who's behind the door, who opened the door, who's in the car, who's in the van, who's in the this, and it's always in the history of this show. I feel like anytime they have done that little gag thing to where like, oh, who's it gonna be? I've always gotten it wrong. Every single time, the show perfectly just subverts your expectations. I've never seen a show just trick you and not trick you as in like a how we got you, just more like you always expect something different than what actually happens. You know, obviously you think back to season 2 in which, you know, they did that little thing, you know, who's it going to be 23 times, and you thought it was going to be Tyrell every single time, and it somehow wasn't Tyrell not a single time until the very end. It's in the penultimate episode. In this episode, you finally go, oh, it's not going to be Tyrell, it's going to be Vera, it's going to be, no, it's Tyrell. Oh my god. I love this show, dude. It's just something about it. I'm interested to see with Tyrell. I was just thinking, you know, Tyrell to me, I don't want anyone to think that it's like a bad way or anything like this, but I think that of all the characters from season 1, Tyrell is the character whose character arc went down the path that I least expected it to. If that makes any sense. I really like Tyrell as a character. He's, again, towards the beginning of the show, I thought he would be like my number 1 or number 2 favorite character, like the first couple episodes. He's fallen. He's probably like 8 or 9 favorite character in the show. So in that regard, I thought that he would be a more major piece, and not that he's not major. I hope I'm not. I hope people understand what I mean. But I thought his story would go a very different path, and I'm excited to see how it ends up, because I feel like out of all the storylines, Tyrell is the one who I have the least expectations on. Not expectations. That's the wrong word. I didn't mean to use that. I don't know. His storyline could go anywhere for me. Maybe I'm being blind, or maybe it's because I'm not focusing in enough on him, so I'm sort of losing certain. You know what I mean? I don't know. Tyrell is the character whom has the ability to surprise me the most for the entirety of the show. So, like I said, I'm so interested to see how his story plays out. Yeah, I don't know, because it almost feels like I don't want people to think like I'm hating on Tyrell or anything. Like I'm just talking like in terms of like the plan. I don't feel like we need Tyrell as of right now. I don't feel like do we really need the CEO of E Corp? We have Philip, who knows more than Tyrell is ever going to know. I feel like, you know what I mean? Does the position of CEO of E Corp give access to anything that Philip can't get right now? Or can't get in the future, even if he doesn't have the job, because he has the experience and the connections? I don't know. I would assume that we're going to open up the next episode in the same scene, so we'll see some more of Tyrell. I don't know. It's also it's scary too, because like any show, you know, you get in the final season. Some shows do tend to cull the herd, if that makes any sense. So I don't want Tyrell to die. But I don't know. After what this show has done with Angela, and what the show did with Joanna, and what the show did with Gideon, you know, towards the beginning of a season, they could do anything. Like it's something that I love and hate, if that makes any sense. Because a big opinion of mine that I've always said, specifically this comes from my love of TV shows like a Lost, which is my favorite live action show of all time. Each season is very different from each other. Like, you know what I mean? The show knows when to, like, okay, let's not stay here forever. Let's pivot before it gets boring. And I really like shows that know when to do that, because it isn't like a 100% like if you pivot early, your show's really good. Because I think that a show like The 100, which is a show that has some good seasons, a show that has some bad seasons, I feel like they do a good job at, okay, every season's going to be a little different, we're going to pivot. And sometimes it's like, sometimes it's good. Mr. Robot, Lost, those are shows to me that, like, they just know, hey, we're going to do this. You didn't expect us to do this, but we're going to do this. And it's, again, it's like a roller coaster, and that's the reason why I love mystery shows so much, is because you never know what the fuck to expect. You never know, and you're just along for the ride. So I'm interested to see what happens with Tyrell next episode. Let's see. The three other I want to talk about White Rose, Olivia, and Elliot's third personality. I'll talk about White Rose. I feel like this was obviously, you know, origin story. And again, it's simple, but it's really effective. I said this in all my reactions. It's something that I feel like everyone knows. You can't be an excellent villain, 10 out of 10 villain, if I don't understand your motivations. And as unrealistic as they are, and you know what I mean? Prove me wrong, and shit actually happens, but I don't think it will. I think that something as simple as, the way I'm reading it, just, you know, trying to get back to your original lover, you know, someone who accepted you and appreciated you and wanted to live for you. The minute that, you know what I mean? I would feel like White Rose feels like she let him down. Let her ambition get the better of her, but at the same time, it almost feels like she's let that ambition and that power, you know, struggle lead her towards getting the ability to go back and rewrite that mistake. But I don't know though, because talk about mistakes here. And I'll get more into Olivia because I do want to talk about Olivia. I could see a world in which, because, you know, White Rose is obviously talking about wanting to lead Elliot into making a mistake. It now kind of seems like he has feelings for someone, a connection with someone, easily exploitable by White Rose. That could be a mistake, but also at the same, like, I don't know, because it's with White Rose, I mean, like, you know what, never mind, because I always forget. I was gonna say maybe there's some, like, world in which, you know, White Rose, you know, is okay with, you know, Elliot falling in love, or, like, you know, something like that, but I always remember that her plans, her delusional goals in her mind is always, oh, it doesn't matter who dies, you'll be back with them. So I don't know. I do not know. But pivoting, and I might jump back to White Rose in a second, but while it's on my mind, just pivoting back to the Olivia stuff. They seemed like a good connection, good relationship, good conversation, but also at the same time, I'm not putting it past her to have lied her ass off that whole thing. You know what I mean? Because, again, I don't. It's some semantics of the position and her role and all that. I don't think she's like a top dog, like a top CEO of, you know, she's more on like the technical side, or, you know, something like that with the Deus group. But she's still a part of the Deus group. So, in my opinion, and again, it's not like the most, I'm not saying like if this doesn't happen, the show's fucking terrible because it's unrealistic. But if I was White Rose, I would make sure that every member of the Deus group knew who this motherfucker was. Hey, this is the most dangerous man in the world. Okay, he's got a vendetta against us. Watch your back. You know what I mean? So I could see a world in which she immediately recognized him and went, okay, fuck it. Pivot. But I don't know, because again, like, I don't want to fall into the trap, but like, I liked them together. I felt, you know what I mean? I felt good. It felt hopeful. It felt, now obviously it's Mr. Robot, so anytime that happens, whether it be White Rose, whether it be fucking Shayla in season 1, whether it be anything like that, I would assume it's gonna end up fucking horribly, but I don't know. Because, you know, now, this season, it's different. Obviously, the Dark Army has felt like the main antagonistic group since the very beginning. And, you know, really, I think that this is the first time in the show in which there is another character whom, at least for me, is being built up as not necessarily an equal to White Rose. I'm not going that far, but I'm saying that Vera feels very major antagonist. You know what I mean? Same with White Rose. We have two very dangerous people on our back. So, I feel like, you know what I mean? This Olivia shit. If she's not a spy, if she's not acting, you know what I mean? Either she's gonna get killed by Vera and used in some way, or she's gonna get killed or used by White Rose in some way. So, this whole season feels like Elliot is between a rock and a hard place and a harder place on himself. I don't know, because I do want to pivot to the personality thing. Real quick, first of all, you know, obviously, talking about the Mr. Robot stuff, I really liked, you know, because I'm just thinking about it, you know, Elliot's original plan. Well, first of all, Elliot seems to be getting, I'll talk about the third personality in a second. Okay, Elliot seems to be getting a little harder, and literally, Mr. Robot feels to be getting a little softer. I feel like their walls are coming down a little bit. Maybe. Real quick, I'll say this. I really like the idea that if Elliot went with his original plan, it really wouldn't have worked. Because he was going to blackmail her about the drugs, and that really wouldn't have worked. So I like sort of adopting a little bit of Mr. Robot. That being said, I'm just thinking about this third personality. You know, with him getting a little violent with Darlene, or that violent, physical. Is that a third personality? Is it like a peek behind the curtain? I got goosebumps thinking about this. Because it's something I've been thinking about all this time. You know what I mean? With a third personality or this or that. When I rewatch this show, is it going to be blatantly obvious that there's been a third personality the entire time? Like, is it going to be blatantly like, dude, he was right fucking there, you didn't see it. It's going to be... Is the third personality just Elliot and Mr. Robot working together? Like, combining their... You know what I mean? Or... Cause I said, Mr. Robot seems to be getting softer, and Elliot seems to be getting harder. Has this season primarily been a third personality? This third one that I haven't spoken of. Or, not, I have spoken about it, but this third one that we haven't seen. And Mr. Robot's relationship is different. Okay, so if Elliot is the Elliot, because again, that's another thing too, like, talking about original personality to this, there could be, I could see a world in which the third personality is the original personality, so I don't necessarily want to call Elliot the Elliot that I know, the original, but the Elliot that I've been, you know, acquainted with the entire show. Is it a world in which Mr. Robot has a... I feel like this theory, this thing that I'm about to talk about would kind of lead into maybe this third personality is the original. I could see a world in which the Elliot that I've known is a... How do I word this? Sorry if I'm going back, but I don't necessarily know how to word this. So the third personality is the original Elliot, okay? He is like a scared, lashing out little child, okay? And I feel like Mr. Robot's relationship with that personality, that childish, anger-filled, violent personality, would be later. It would be more of the fatherly role. It would be, you know what I mean, protect him. You know, it would be like that. And this other personality, this Elliot that I've been acquainted with, he obviously from the very beginning felt more butting heads with Mr. Robot. And Mr. Robot obviously didn't feel like a tender fatherly role most of the time. He felt very antagonistic towards. So I could see a world in which Elliot's original personality is buried deep down. And these two sides are trying to fight. You know what I mean? Where this other personality is trying to take over from the original Elliot. And Mr. Robot is trying to fight back and keep the original one at... something like that. Something like that. I could see. Because, you know... I don't know. Like I said... Has Elliot gotten physical that much in the show? Obviously, I'm not going to be able to remember every single fucking scene of the show, just right off the top of my head. But again, now that this third personality has been 100% confirmed, and I've been, is it late season 1, maybe early season 2, I've been having thoughts about that. I think it was season 2. I feel like I'm going to rewatch the show and go, oh my god, it's so obvious. That's the third one. That's, you know what I mean? I love this show so much, man. I love this show so fucking much, dude. Like I said, I'm scared with Olivia. I'm scared with Olivia 100% because either... Again, how does this show end? Does it end with some happy fucking Tweedledee, Tweedledum ending with, you know, Elliot in love and Elliot's fixed his mental issues and Elliot's living a normal life? Like, no, right? Again, not that I'm saying, like, blank slate, like, oh, if that happens, I'd hate the show. No, I've heard that this is one of the greatest endings of all time. So no matter what the final beat is, it's going to be excellent. But I kind of feel I'm more like melodramatic. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, Elliot doesn't die. Well, maybe Elliot does die in a third personality. Elliot physically doesn't die, but maybe it's not happy. But anyway, going back to the Olivia stuff. Well, I'm just saying, I don't really see a world in which Elliot lives a happy fucking normal life with Olivia. You know what I mean? Even though she did seem like a good fit, but I'm scared because either she's going to die a horrible death, she's going to be used in a blackmail situation by White Rose or Vera, or she just tricked Elliot, and that was, again, I don't know, because that's another thing too with White Rose's motives, and I said I might jump back to her. I don't like that origin. He felt emotional. He felt like, talk about mistakes. It felt like he made a mistake right there. It felt like Wong Shu gave the boring yet correct answer. Don't play into their tricks. You know what I mean? We'll figure this out another way. And White Rose, you know what I mean, remembered that, had that fucking, you know what I mean, origin story thought, and made a mistake. Gave into his emotions and gave into the mistake. So I could see a world in which Elliot, by connecting with Olivia, has made it, or not has made, or is going to make a mistake because of it. He's not going to be as rigid or ruthless as he would if he was a loner. He's now going to have that. I don't know. I do not know, because it does feel very deliberate that we finally get White Rose's, backstory with, this love interest, who accepted her as she is, you know what I mean? And then boom, Elliot has essentially almost like a same sort of thing. So I don't know. And not only that, holy shit, dude, I'm kind of scared now. Not only that, but she also has the razor blade and talked about suicide. So, is she gonna kill herself for Elliot? Not for Elliot. She's gonna kill herself. Fuck, dude. That'll be the origin story of Elliot. If this already hasn't been an origin story. I don't know. Because that's another thing, too, that I do want to think about a little bit. I would find it... I don't know. I could see a world in which Elliot, in doing his goal, okay, in wiping out the 1% of the 1%, he usurps White Rose's position and becomes the 1% of the 1%. And not necessarily, like, evilly ruling the world. But, you know what I mean? Just, like, a necessary evil to make sure that it doesn't get out of control. Something like that. So I could see this season being as sort of like, the origin story of how Elliot ended up in White Rose's position. But I don't know. I do not know. Man, that was a goddamn good episode. I'm so excited for the rest of the season. I think that's going to be it for me. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon, like I said at the beginning of the video. By now, I am already completely done this phenomenal season, so if you want to see my reaction to the finale of the show already, go check my Patreon out. And most importantly, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, you enjoy my Mr. Robot reactions, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.